You know, the sentences we use every day, they seem so simple, right? But what if I told you they have a secret, complex architecture hidden just beneath the surface? Let's crack this open. This sentence right here is going to be our main clue. It looks totally straightforward, a classic whodunit setup. But trust me, there's a logical puzzle hiding in here that stumped linguists and philosophers for a long, long time. So, what's the puzzle? Well, the thing is, this sentence has these weird patterns. It reveals some very strange things about what it logically implies, and maybe, more importantly, what it doesn't. Time to put on our linguistic detective hats. Okay, so check this out. If our main sentence is true, then it's a given that Scarlet poked mustard with a pencil is also true, right? And you can go even simpler. Scarlet poked mustard. It's like you can just peel away these extra details, and the core statement is still solid. But, and this is the weird part, look at the other side. You can't just swap details. The sentence does not imply the poking happened in the kitchen or with a spoon. No way. You can subtract, but you can't substitute. So that's the big question, right? How can one sentence be like this logical Russian doll with all these smaller, true sentences packed inside it? And yet at the same time, it's super picky. It rejects any slight change to the details. What is going on under the hood here? All right, so the person who cracked this code was the philosopher Donald Davidson. He wrote this paper back in 1967 called The Logical Form of Action Sentences, and it proposed this radical new way of thinking about how we talk about actions. And here it is, the big idea, event semantics. Davidson's point was that a sentence like ours isn't really about the relationship between Scarlet and mustard. The most fundamental thing the sentence is doing is just saying, hey, an event happened. Everything else, all those other words, they're just describing what that event was like. So you gotta shift your thinking here. We're not just looking at who did what to whom anymore. The real story is an event happened, period. Now, here are the details about it. This little shift in perspective, well, it changes absolutely everything. Okay, so let's put this theory to the test. We're gonna take this event idea and apply it to our original sentence. You're about to see how it just clicks, and the whole puzzle falls right into place.
So what's really going on here is that the sentence is a bundle of claims, all pointing to the same thing. Let's call it E for event. Step 1, an event E existed. There was a thing that happened. Step 2, what kind of event was it? Well, E was a poking, and Scarlet did it to mustard. Step 3, what else about E? It happened with a pencil. And step 4, where did E happen? In the library. See? Each detail is just another fact we're adding to describe this one single event.
And boom, there's a solution. I mean, if you believe that whole list of facts about E, then of course, a shorter list with just some of those facts is also going to be true. Leaving out in the library doesn't suddenly make the poking not happen. But, and here's the key, you can't change a detail. Saying it happened with a spoon describes a completely different event, an imaginary one that, well, didn't happen. The puzzle is totally solved. And look, this isn't just some clever party trick for one sentence from a board game. This idea, this hidden structure, it has massive implications for how we understand language itself. Let's zoom out and see the bigger picture. For one, Davidson's idea just perfectly explains how things like adverbs work. You know, words that modify actions. They're just adding more details to the event. It also helps us make sense of totally different kinds of sentences, like Plum saw Scarlet poke mustard. What did Plum actually see? He didn't just see people and objects, he saw the event itself, the whole action. This was a huge deal because it connected the messy, everyday language we use to the clean, precise world of logic and truth. It pretty much revolutionized the entire field of semantics. You know, this whole thing started with one philosophical paper back in 1967, but it didn't stop there. The idea had legs. Thinkers like Paul Piotrowski came along and really built on it, fleshing it out. And now, today, event semantics is just foundational. It's a cornerstone for any linguist or philosopher trying to figure out the deep logic of the language we speak every day. It's an idea that really stuck. So what's the big takeaway here? That simple sentence we started with. It wasn't so simple after all, was it? By finding this hidden architecture, this logical blueprint underneath, we get this incredible glimpse into the machinery of language itself. We see how we take these little pieces and build them into complex meanings that we can share with each other. Which really makes you wonder, right? If a simple sentence like that one has this whole secret world of logic humming away underneath, what other amazing hidden structures are hiding in plain sight in the things we say to each other every single day?